First thing you're going to do, fellas, get the experience that you need to understand how women operate, how they think, most importantly, how they feel. Why? Because this is where you get the communication, the intel that's important for you. This is where you get the data and understanding you need to experience as many women as logistically possible for your life. Now, I want to be responsible with that. That does not mean, fellas, that make your life obsessive about getting sex, women, dates, whatever. Does not mean you need to be doing cold approach all of your life. Keep a balanced and healthy life. This is why I say logistically feasible. If you got school, if you're building a business, if you got a career, if you're wherever in your life, just live your best life, but don't neglect the conversation of managing women, because the least experience that you have, the least success that you will have. You will not know the ropes, not only of how you respond to a woman, what you want from women, but actually understanding women. Because here's another, feminine energy is the whole spectrum. Every single one woman you interact with is the whole spectrum of emotion, energy, humanity. The ups, the downs, the highs, the lows, the good, the bad, the smiles, the laughter, the tears, the anxiety, the joy, all of it. And guess what? On top of that, every single woman is different. And we already touched on, based on the circumstances, how old they are. Are they a mother? Do they have family? Do they have a partner? Are they in a relationship? Are they married? At every different phase, it will always be chaos. Now, chaos is not destructive. Chaos is just unknown, uncertain. The contrast and polarity to our masculine energy, we're always the same. You have to understand, brother, her feminine energy is always going to be changing, always going to be fluctuating, always dealing with the right now. How does it feel? So if you don't have the reps of understanding, if you don't have experience with that, so no, I'm not just saying get notches on your belt. That information has been put out there and it is valid to a degree. This is why I responsibly say it's not just getting notches. It's not just breaking hearts. It's not just having a bunch of women. It's not being a player. It's none of that. Get the experience. And this is something you got to evaluate for yourself, that you understand how women operate. You hear what they say and you see how they react. You see how they respond, what they actually do. Now, this is critical because this is how you get to understand their feelings. And if you understand a woman's feelings, if you can make her feel something, oh, lock and key, it's a wrap. Bruh. You want to know the secret? However you want to look at this, right? Pookies, Ray Rays, Tyrones, Chads, alpha male, whatever distinction guys have out there. What that is really speaking to, why those men are the most powerful and most successful with women, because they leave feminine on edge. So detached from all the experience, from the abundance of women, for whatever reason it is. They are so detached. I could care less of how this goes because I'm leading my life. I'm doing my thing. Call him an asshole, call him a jerk, whatever, which leaves her uncertain, which leaves her feeling. It's not a logical thing, thought process. Of course, that's why guys can be broke. They can be criminals. They can be whatever else, but they can still get in there because she feels like he is valuable. She feels like he's in demand. Bad boy, pretty boy, wanted by other women, feminine approval, social proofing. Those are the things that are attractive. When you are all about her, when you care enough and you are taken by her words, this tells her, it makes her feel, he said this, and logically it sounds right, it sounds good, but that makes me feel like he ain't got no other options. Like he doesn't have any other women. So yeah, I'll be nice and say, since you asked me, I don't want to be rude. Here's my number. Here's my Instagram. Yeah, we can have a date, and I'm not showing up because it feels like you ain't got nothing better to do. It feels like nobody else wants to be with you. And because I said something, and because you're showing up butthurt in your feelings, you see all these tests in the background. This is subconscious, brother. She's not thinking this through. She is feeling her way through and responding accordingly. So at any time, if anything is off place, it's because the feelings you have left her with, what she feels about you at any given time, is giving you the temperature that you're getting. So you need to understand how she feels so that you can act accordingly. And when you can guide how she feels, when you can make her feel something, brother, she's yours. You can give her those good feelings. You can give her that tension even, It's not going to make sense. I told you that. We're talking illogical. We're talking in the female nature, feminine space. It's emotions. If she can feel uncertain, does he like me? Am I good enough? That is what draws her in closer. That is what makes the cat chase after the yarn. That is what lets her know that you have a higher value socially in the dating market. You're not so raptured in her. And the things that she says and does in her emotions does not sway you. Oh, you like this? Well, I like that. I'm going this way. Oh, let me. Feminine, needing to be accepted, wanting to be claimed, wanting partnership, companionship, building a legacy. Her access to that is through you and your commitment. And if she doesn't get right, she can get left. She knows this. And no, she doesn't think about it. No, she's not going to tell you. However, ask her about a hypothetical. Women love hypotheticals. Let them feel the scenario. Would you do this in this situation? And in that, you can do an A and B test. Make some shit up, completely opposite, and see what she thinks and how she says. Say it logical with the facts, information, and data. Ask it a different way and make sure that she understands that she would feel differently in this scenario. This scenario may be the exact same thing, but if it's tied to the feelings, I guarantee you her vote will be different. This is what you need to pull in, and this is why I put it as number one. Brothers, if you don't have this experience, you out here playing the game without reading the instructions. You're going to break something. You're going to go broke. You're going to break your heart. You're going to break yourself. It's not going to work. So first things first, get the understanding of feminine nature. Get the understanding of hypergamy. It's not your looks. It's not your money. It's not your status and success. It is your masculine energy and how that shows up and how it makes her feel. If you can master that, cut above the rest. You'll be good to go.